Hello guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and you are watching a live dump on the market. Well, since our last stream that we did last week, and I did mention that this is what I expect. You should not be expecting because we literally closed the weekly under the EMA 21. So naturally, the chances of that the market is topped at least for the lower term time frame, or at least for the short term, is that we are topped basically, and we will be going for the green box, and the green box target is around, in my view, it would be somewhere around the red line. It would be where the bounce would happen, 96k, but it can even bounce from 7,500 to 98k as well. However, having said that, I do believe that the faster we go down, the more faster we have an opportunity to play some good bounces. So this is what the hard term time frame looks like. As I mentioned again, I just wanted to repeat what I mentioned the last time. I mean, whenever we have lost the EMA 21, whenever we have multiple times the bear market normally starts, or we will go for a bigger accumulation. Let's you can look for around 4 to 5 weeks of an accumulation. Let's have like a month of accumulation. But once we start losing the white line, which is EMA 55, and once we lose that, khalas, the game is over. Because never we have lost EMA 55 and we are bullish. We never close under. It's just like it's very, very bullish basically. So once we start losing it, the game will be over for BTC, and then probably we will be aiming for like the bear market. The bear market will more likely begin basically. So you have to be prepared whether this is going to be the fake breakdown, trap more bears over here, and then we go for bullish pump towards the order block that we have formed. So yes, we do indeed have formed a very solid order block. So that's a good order block. Probably I'm expecting it to have a retest of this order block maybe this month itself. So that's where our next short opportunities would be for BTC. And this green box is where so the red box, I'm just gonna change the color. So this red box, you can consider it as a short zone, and you can consider it as a premium zone. And this green box, what you are having it, you can consider it as a discount zone. Probably this is the levels probably you should be looking for by the dips. That is the levels. So going to the USD dominance chart, as I mentioned, I'm expecting USD dominance to run up basically, and this is exactly what I drew over the stream. Last week we had a stream, if you remember. If you can watch it, I mean, this is exactly what I mentioned. I mean, we're looking for an upside, no more longs, except I took a long on ZEC and BTC as well. ZEC played very nicely. We literally booked profits around 469, 468. I think I booked around 469.5 for a good profits. BTC, I was expecting a small bounce. If you remember, I had a theory that this might be a very good irregular expanded flat. This is like wave A, B, irregular expanded flat, and then wave C. Then we go down like this. So this would be a very good structure. This leg we never got it, which means which brings me to attention that the move on the downside is clearly some sort of a wave 1. This is your wave 2, and we are right now doing wave 3. The volume is still lagging, means that we still have a very less volume, which means that this move is not yet done. We would be looking for a bigger liquidity, and your bigger liquidity is around these levels. This is the levels probably we will be looking for to take all the liquidity downside from 97,600 till 94k. This is exactly the levels probably I will be looking for to long some BTC, or to buy at least some spot backs, because I do believe that on the hard term time frame, I mentioned many times that we have a bearish shark over here. I mean, if you remember, we already had a very, very good harmonic that already played out. This was the harmonic we had. Crab played out already. Remember, this W already played out. So the targets are achieved already. Now we have this shark. The shark targets are around 69k to 63,000. Maybe it can even go down towards 41k. But overall, you know, anything under 69k is what the target would be for this shark, and eventually it will play out. Eventually, whether you like it or not, eventually people believe that we will not be going under 100k, and exactly we are standing right now around 100k, and we already went to 100k again. So anything can happen in this market. You just have to have a right read on the market at this moment. You have to stay humble, you know. Also, I've studied a bit more. Whenever these sort of shit coins like ZEC, or you can say privacy coins, pump normally, this indicates that the liquidity is moving, and you know, we will see some large level of dump from the market. That's what we need to be aware of, prepare for ourselves as well. For example, ZEC, Dash, Zen, they all have, you know, pumped a lot. So we have to prepare for the worst case scenario for BTC as well. The worst case scenario for the BTC, which I really don't think it's going to happen, it would be we simply liquidate everyone. We go back down to this bigger green box towards 89.6k. This is literally going to liquidate everyone, because a lot of people are aiming to long around, you know, 98k and 96k. A lot of people, including myself, of course, I mentioned. So what we need is more and more fear. You need to have more and more fear, and the fear would be we literally dump back down to 89k. However, we close weekly above EMA 55, the white line. We close above, and then we go slightly again, move sideways a little bit, and then we go for this red box towards 112, 113k. Maybe can even go back to $115,000, because we do have the liquidity above. So yeah, we can even go to 116k as well. So ladies and gentlemen, this is like a worst case scenario I'm talking about, because we are still in, you know, impulsive move down. Another scenario that I have, I mean, the worst of the worst wave counts that you can talk about is when you look at from this perspective. This was your first top, and then we are looking for the bottom, or you can even say that this was your bottom, and then we are looking for another bottom. Your value area low of this range is around 107k, which also very much aligned, I mean, not exactly, but slightly aligned with 2024 highs, which means that there is a possibility that if you draw the fibs from here, we might form a cipher actually. And I have this very high chance that, you know, we can have a last push for the market. It's like a dead cat bounce sort of thing. It's a perfect cipher that anybody can play, anybody can look for. It's a very good order block we have. Everybody would be looking for 2025 opens. Of course, it's a very good long, but I do think we might probably front run it. We front run from the levels, and that level would be around, as I mentioned, 97k to 96 point something. We go for this cipher, we go for 120k. This would be the, you know, like the scenario, out of the world scenario basically. So we literally go down here. We need to bounce. Honestly speaking, if at all we need a sign that we are bottoming, you need wave 4 waves, and the 4 waves can happen in one of two fashion. That this is wave 1, this is wave 2. There's going to be wave 3, which is normally going to sweep the lows. Wave 3 normally sweep the lows. Then you have wave 4, which already, you know, take the resistance, and we go for the wave 5. So wave 5 is going to be somewhere around above the 2025 opens, or at 2025 opens, and we go for 786 Fibonacci levels, because December, first week of December, we have another rate cut meeting, and you also have Binance event. It's a very big event that's happening around 4th or 5th of December. So I do think that most of, you know, I do think that very high probability CZ might just probably pump the market before this event, and this is going to be, you know, like sell event sort of thing, that we pump, we sell, we wrecked, repeat, and that's where the bear market is going to kick in. I do believe that this is a very high probability scenario. This is also now, what are the confirmations probably for this sort of scenario when we have to play out? Now, the confirmation that I am looking for these sort of scenarios to play out would be, first, if we go down under 98.1, you really don't want to see BTC closing this weekly under $98,000. You really don't want to see that first. That would be the most important thing. Exact amount would be 98,350. You really don't want BTC to close under 98,350. So we don't want to see BTC closing under. Okay, first thing. Second, once BTC reclaim after going down like this, BTC reclaim the levels of, I would say, 2025 POC that we have around 104.9. That would confirm. So once we reclaim this, it would open doors for a higher up target towards 120k. This is a very high probability. Overall, guys, I'm bearish. I don't really see the BTC is going to make new all-time highs probably in November or December. I really don't see that at the moment. I really don't have the wave counts. But contrary, I do see Ethereum can make a very good, higher highs, making new all-time highs. So this 786, 886 did not hold, basically, which means that this was not the wave C. The wave C is in making, basically. We are in the, some sort of a WXY making. So there is a possibility that Ethereum can do new all-time highs. There is still one more push left. Now, of course, everything comes with the invalidation. So I'll just come to ETH first. Let's finish Bitcoin. So this is what I feel for BTC, but I don't want to give you longs with a knife catching. But definitely we are playing this long with the spots. Of course, we'll play long on the challenge. Challenge, of course, we are in positive, guys. September was negative for challenge. I was down 7%. Right now, I'm up 3.5% in this market condition. We are up 3.5%. ZEC made good. Ethereum, BTC trade recovered very well. So we are really, really good. And at the moment, I expect this month, if this plan plays out, I think we can do easy 2x on the challenge. So 10K, we can do it 30K minimum. So that's what I'm aiming for, because I'm going to take more and more risk on, not on BTC. Of course, BTC would do good. But along with that, the altcoins will recover nicely. For example, ETH. I mean, ETH, you can see it recovering easily towards 5,000 or 5,600. You can go for Solana. Solana can probably recover it until $218, $219. Let's say once it sweeps down, you go up. It's like 47% move. You can look for, Tao. Tao looks amazing as well. We can probably recover till 493, 494 for Tao as well. The support is around 367, guys. This is the lowest probably. I will be looking for some scalps. So it's another 34% move. But in case if this whole thing is some sort of a impulsive move, we can even go for a liquidity around 63%, 601. You can have Sui, you can have lot many coins can make us good money. So this plan is still not confirmed, this harmonic, but something to keep in mind probably in case if if you do happen to get a bounce, this is a possibility, and this is something going to wreck many, because people, once we start losing 100k, they will literally shout and scream 90k, 80k, and maybe 70k as well. They will just start screaming it. And once we start bouncing it, what's gonna happen? People would start shorting it. This is like the bounces are for shorting, and they will short 105k 2025 POC. They will short 108.4k 2024 highs. They will short the range POC, which is going to be around 111.6. And that way the liquidations event is going to trigger, with everyone is going to have the stop losses above 116.6. So we might just retest 125 value or high. I mean, all these things are market makers shit basically. But this is still, we need a concrete confirmation. Overall, we are bearish, guys. As I mentioned, I'm expecting BTC to go anywhere around 69 to maybe anything under 69k, and we can even go for 2024 POC 63k, which is where a good bounce is likely going to happen. But and also we are likely going to form a good head and shoulder on the half-term time frame. I mean, the head and shoulder would be somewhere around this. I mean, this is going to be a very good, down like this, 69k bounce, A, B, C. January, February we do good, and then you have a blood moon again in March, and then boom, blood moon dump happens. We go to MA 46,950 or 47k. We go slightly under on the weekly. Bear, and boom, good buying opportunity. Everybody would scream we are going to 20k, 19k. Never happens. We most likely, I'm not sure even if we go under 30k. I mean, so my best case scenario would be, this order block that we have. This is the best case scenario you can ever get. This is the perfect accumulation, anywhere from 38.6k to 41.2k. That's a very good levels, So this is where probably your next big accumulation for BTC would be. And I do think that accumulation can give you at least 6 to 7x gains for BTC. For Ethereum, I think Ethereum would likely, because let's say at 120k BTC went to $2 trillion. I really don't see BTC going beyond 6 trillion, or maybe even you can say $7 trillion. I really don't think it's not yet ready at this moment. So we need those dump. We need the measure of the coins to be held by the US government or US enterprises like MicroStrategy, because they need upper hands in the market. They need to have some sort of an upper hand. So, and also again, I'm telling you, when December begins, when we'll really see a pump to 120k, you really want to short it, good, go for it. We will short it, the bear market. But let me tell you one thing, guys. You should move your 50% of your funds from exchanges, especially Binance, MEXC. You also have to move your funds from KuCoin, Get.io, or any shit exchanges you have. Just move your funds, 50% funds, at least move it. Okay, Bybit is good. Bybit has proved it is good. I'm not saying because I am a partner, Bybit partner. I'm saying because I do keep my big funds on Bybit, and they protect my funds actually. Even when this sort of scenario happened, they literally process my withdrawals immediately, very smoothly, and I was happy. So, and also they have their offices in Dubai, so it's very easy for me to probably go there and knock the doors. But let me tell you one thing, that you should not be keeping more than 50% of your funds on any of the exchanges. It's just something you should not do it. I am damn sure in 2026 I expect more than 2 to 3 exchanges to go down. It can be maybe anything, any exchange. It can be KuCoin, it can be anything. But just you have to be very careful. Okay, talking about the others crypto market cap, my others crypto market cap plan still is valid. So we go to the $205 billion. As I mentioned, 220 to 205 is my buy zone from the next stream, as last stream as well I mentioned, and that's what exactly we are doing, and we are going for that. Don't expect at this moment we go down like this. What I'm expecting, we go for the double top, maybe even slightly higher. So this is going to be taken care of. Honestly speaking, these levels will be easily gonna deviate. We're gonna deviate, of course. So we go down to 618 minimum, 205 billion. 205 billion, as I mentioned, we pump up, and just imagine your altcoins pump 40 to 50%. 40 to 50% of this other crypto market cap is gonna pump. So which also make me think that this plan is a very good plan, and really high likely a probability of it playing out. So BTC pumps 24% from 97k, and or 22 to 24%, and altcoins just go nuts, pumping up to 40%. And Ethereum also go nuts. Ethereum, I think Ethereum can also, once after sweeping the lows, I think Ethereum can do another 35-40% move, going around 4,447 to 4,000. Maybe can even go for $4,600, like 40% move. Of course, all-time highs is still a target. We can even target like 55% move for ETH, like 5,036 to 5,060. But definitely ETH is worth buying along with BTC when we go down actually there to those levels. This green box that we have, it's coming, guys. It's coming very soon. It's coming. Okay, be ready. I might even just give you market buy or market spot buy, so be ready. 98,000 to 96 is where I'm looking for market buys, spot buys, and with our target, with our stop loss under 93,000 manual stop loss. I would not go for manual honestly for the spots, but I would not go manual for the futures, but for spots, yeah, we can do that. Especially we are safe with BTC and ETH. Of course, altcoins, you are not safe with anything. Even your spot alt backs can even go to zero for altcoins. So altcoins you should avoid at this moment. Wait for a concrete price action for other crypto market cap and LTF reversals. We go to 205 billion. So 205 billion is still how much percentage from the current price? It is still another 9.45%. So your altcoins might actually not go that deep, might go, and hence a concrete technical analysis for altcoins, specific altcoins, for individual altcoins, I would not do that at this point because it's very difficult. So at this moment, what I can tell you is the levels for Tao. I'm looking to long some Tao around 367.3. It's a very good levels. One thing I can confirm is the move on the upside was clearly some sort of a very good, A, B and C. So right now we are doing 5 waves, which is a very, very evident, very clear. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. So this is going to be wave 3, 4 and 5. Might even go down to 344, but I think 370 to 366 is a very good levels for Tao. ZEC, again I'm telling you, 376 is a good levels. If we hold, yeah, we can have one more push up. If not, then you may consider ZEC as some sort of a top pattern, 3 drive pattern. You may consider this as a very good 3 drive, but just the problem is the volume is in a on the ascending and it's not descending, so the only problem would be the volume. But yeah, you can consider this as a very solid 3 drive, and also we have lost the trend line as well, so maybe this might be a very good chance for ZEC. So we might just probably go take this liquidity under 356. We go for a move up like this and then further dump like this to this green box for a ZEC. For this would confirm. However, if we hold 374, if we flip certain levels, the levels that I would like to see, if you're flipping $418, I think would be a very good sign. We are flipping this levels. I think we can make another highs up like this, then forming a very good broadening top pattern. So we go down there, we can have run up higher. It's a very good broadening top, like a fan pattern, so there is a possibility. Gold I think is good. I'm long, but I feel that we have lost the trend line, so we might just probably go under like this. For the gold, we can just go to 3,846 for the gold, and might be even slightly under to take this liquidity that we have around 3,820. So if that is the case, probably I'll just close my long. I'll just wait for tonight as to see how we close daily. But if we are closing daily also under this trend line, then I will close tomorrow. But overall, gold is bullish. I'm having a good back since 3,146. Also having good back since only $1,600, $1,700 as well. Silver, I'm not touching it. Dips are for buying. I have a good back. I already mentioned many times to buy silver around $22 as well, $32 as well, $38 as well, and now we are literally around, we went till $53, $54. Solana, I think what you can aim for Solana would be that this is clearly your A, B, C, or maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, not sure, but at least something is there. A, B, C makes more sense, meaning that we are looking for a very good, here also I'm looking for a very good cipher, meaning that we sweep down this lows, take the liquidity, we go to the order block like this, 137 or 136, and once we reclaim this 164, it would be nice. We go up down to for 220, 216, 212, and from there we dump back down towards the lows of $107 for Solana. Basically, even I'm expecting Solana to go down under in 2026. Next year, I'm expecting Solana to retest these levels of $48. Yeah, you can. I personally think that Solana is going to do something like this, based on the price action that I've seen. It's a very good head and shoulder. You can see a very good one. In fact, look at the volume as well. The volume perfectly fits with this theory as well. So this makes more sense to me at this point. Unless we are flipping this white line, unless we are flipping $216, then we have a different story. Then I will be bullish, aiming for higher new all-time highs and blah blah blah. But at least for now, I don't expect any sort of thing. Total crypto market cap is something you really need to understand for total crypto market cap. Now, September lows and September highs are irrelevant. What you want for the total crypto market cap, see, this is what the 5 waves looks like. I've been very vocal about it. What would be the confirmation for you guys that the bear market will start? Okay, the bear market for you will start once we start losing $3 trillion. So once we go under $3 trillion, you will see that the market is literally going nuts, dumping down to 2.14 to $2 trillion. Like $1 trillion is going to wipe off from the market. Like, woof. Like, like when you're slicing a cake, that's easy, how easy it will just wipe off from the market. And then it opened doors for equilibrium. That's where the equilibrium around 1.5 to 1.4 trillion dollars. That's where I think the bottom would be for the next bear market. As I mentioned for the Bitcoin, this is where I feel the bottom would be for Bitcoin for the next bear market. Here, 38,320 to 39k, basically. So this aligns with the target for total as well, which would be around $1.5 trillion to $1.4 trillion. Now imagine. So what happens? So of course it's not going to go straight away. How it can go based on the wave counts? Okay, it can go something like this. It goes down. We have a bounce towards 3.74, 3.8 trillion. Maybe can even go for $3.9 trillion. We lose it like this. We go down like this. We take this low. Okay, this liquidity, we won't take it in one go. We just probably gonna make everyone bearish more. Okay, people short it. We liquidate, we wreck them. We go up. Again, a bearish retest happens January, February, and then we go down, take the liquidity up. We can even slightly go under as well. This is going to be your support, because this is total crypto market cap. Total crypto market cap has everything. So of course BTC go down, but let's say if altcoins dump more because of the BTC dominance, want a push up, then what's going to happen? We may slightly even go down to $1.25 trillion. But I do think we are not going anywhere under $1 trillion. Your $1 trillion is going to be your support for the overall crypto market cap. So 1 trillion is going to be your big support. And I do have you also have a CME gap there, but I think we should forget about 1 trillion at the moment. $1.2 trillion is what you should be expecting at the max. I won't even wait for 1.2, honestly speaking. Just gonna buy some spots there around $1.46 trillion to 1.4. In case if it goes down, I'll just probably start building coin margin positions on the total crypto market cap, honestly speaking. So yeah, on 100k is coming, guys. And USD dominance, I'm expecting it to go and retest the levels of 5.74%. Till we don't touch the 786 Fibonacci levels, nothing is going to happen. So have some patience. I'm just deleting this yellow one because it's already playing out. So now that we can have proper visibility, I think 786 is where probably I am expecting it to see a very good pullback for USD DOM. A very good pullback. But you also have to understand that these levels, 5.24%, is where the bear market triggered in 2022. This is what the bear market triggered actually. This is where the bull market triggered actually. So this is a very big levels, I think. So flipping 5.24% is a very big levels for USD DOM. But at least for now I expect 5.75%. From there we can go for a retest of 5.24, lose it, and we can go straight to 4.4%, which means that my plan for BTC and everything will play out. But at least, you know, we can play our longs. I know when, how, where and when we will long. I know it, so we will play accordingly. Okay guys, so that's all for the market update for today, and things are coming very close to bottoming. We are just 2k away, or $2,800 away from the, you know, getting a very good deviation of 97,600 to 96,778. It's a very good levels, I think. Personally, I personally will monitor it, but trust me, it's a very good levels, and I do think that BTC can do really well at those levels. I think I'm gonna give this long for the challenge trade with a very tight stop loss of 91,673, and I would be aiming for, at least we should be aiming for 111 to 112k. Okay, for 2 hour, and in case if it goes for 786, it will of course give us 3.6 hour. But for now, let's keep it this way for 112k, the POC that we have. And this is what I want. So just set limits, guys, for the challenge. Just set limit. BTC limit long. 9785. Stop loss. TPD risk. I'm risking, guys, $150 on this, or maybe I will risk $100 for now, and then I will compound, you know, on confirmation for challenge. Now I think this is what I have, my friends, and okay, let's also talk about the altcoin that I'm interested is ICP. I mean, I really like this coin, and I do think that we can really make good out of this. ICP had a very massive move up. I really don't think this is, of course, I mean, we really need to flip the $5.8. That is going to make it a more bullish ICP. Of course, 5.8 is a big levels, like a motherfucking levels. And you also flip 5.53, so which is making it another, you know, bullish levels. But looking to the overall thing for ICP, what I feel is on the lower term time frame, I'm looking for ICP to go down. I mean, just take the liquidity, go down around $5 to 4.9 is where I'm looking to buy or long, with my stops under 4.5, and my take profit targets would be this liquidity pool that I'm aiming for. That's like, you know, making this highs, so taking all the liquidity around here, 6.5 is what we should be aiming for ICP, and maybe I'm not sure where it will go from there. But at least I know that this is where the rejection is going to happen. The primary rejection will happen. And now I do know that this sort of pump happened in some coin. Which coin? I think it was Ren or Rune actually. I've seen this sort of pump previously when it happened. No, I really don't know what which coin was that. A very similar price action it had. Very similar price action. Let me just search all the coins. Probably I'll just get something and I'll post it in the Discord. Don't worry about it. If I don't get it, I won't post it. But there was something, you know. There has to be something, you know. So that's all, ladies and gentlemen, and have a nice night. Take care. Bye bye.